optimized, get optimized, get naturalized, exercise, let your life get Mickey Mized, Mickey Mehta's, your workouts.
The global leading holistic health guru, भारत में इक्विपमेंट फ्री ट्रेनिंग के अग्रदूत, 24 घंटों में स्विमिंग सिखाने के विश्व रिकॉर्ड होल्डर, भारतीय टेलीविजन और रेडियो पर वेलनेस को लाने वाले पहले शख्स, वेलनेस जॉनर में सोशल मीडिया की बादशाह, होलिस्टिक हेल्थ कैटेगरी में विकिपीडिया पर आने वाले एकमात्र एशियन जिन्होंने ट्रेन किया है बॉलीवुड के सितारों को, बड़े बड़े रईसों को, जाने माने नेताओं को और मुंबई पुलिस को, जिन्होंने भारत को कई मिस वर्ल्ड और मिस यूनिवर्स दिए, भारत के सबसे बड़े होलिस्टिक हेल्थ पोर्टल के संचालक, an author, a philosopher, an institution, the brand, the dream life coach, the legendary Mickey Mehta.
A very warm welcome, Dr. Mickey Mehta, to SpotboyE.
Hi, how are you? SpotBoys are the most important people in the industry.
That's
without which the stars will never be able to shine, and without which producers and directors will never be able to make magnum opus films, colossal films.
Absolutely true. So let's start this chat, Doctor, with something which caught my attention instantly when I saw your Instagram handle, which said, get optimized, get maximized, get Mickey Mized. A very interesting phrase. Please tell us what is it about? Like, where did it come from?
Okay, so get Mickey Mized is a language of excellence. And around 5-6 years back, I was giving an interview to a television channel in which I was saying that we must maximize ourselves, we must optimize ourselves, we must energize ourselves, we must naturalize ourselves. And there came the line, pronto, we must Mickey Mize ourselves. Now from that day, it's been 5 years that I've been writing Get Mickey Mize morning quotes. Now it has been picked up by Goodread, it has been picked up by a couple of portals worldwide, and now it has been also recognized by definition.in.
Okay.
So it is, it's being defined as excellence of wellness. So I'll tell you, get energized, gets you maximized.
Okay.
Whatever gets you maximized, gets you optimized. Now whatever gets you energized, maximized, optimized, gets you in rhythm and flow, gets you naturalized. And then gets you specialized, then gets you initialized, gets you internalized, gets you eternalized, gets you evolutionized, gets you revolutionized, gets you regularized, gets you revitalized, all negativity neutralized to get Mickey Mized.
Fantastic. I need to catch a breath now. I mean, you were talking, but I was actually getting breathless here that, where do you get so much of energy from, Doctor? You were celebrating your 59th birthday tomorrow. First of all, many, many happy returns in advance.
Thank you.
How did this entire journey start? How did this quest for fitness and wellness, where did you begin from? Like, how did it come to you?
Okay, first of all, no Dr. Mehta, no Dr. Mickey Mehta.
Oh.
Mickey Mouse in the house. Mickey Mouse in the house.
Okay, done.
So, tomorrow I finish 50 years of living yoga, breathing yoga and yoga practice.
Yes.
So, first of all, my pranam, my abhar for all gurus of the world, beginning from Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, B.K. Iyengar ji, Sadguru ji, Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji, आँख मारने वाले बाबा रामदेव जी, और माँ हंसा ji from the Yoga Institute, माँ हंसा ji Yogendra, and Deepak Chopra, above all, they have been my inspiration, and I have been like Ekalavya, long distance learning from them, getting inspired by them. So 50 years of yoga is the energy.
Okay.
And mingling with the elements, I have breath for breakfast. I soak myself in the sun. I listen to the chirping of the birds. I look into the wide, infinite expanse of the sky. Full moons, stars, planets, the ripples of the ocean, the ripples of the rivers, the stillness of the lake, the lawns of the grass, they all give me energy. They all give me energy. And I learn from them.
But as a child, you always did it like hit you when you were young, or was it in a, you know, an evolution when you're growing up years, you realized it with time? How did fitness,
So
you thought that fitness is where your, you know, soul is?
yeah, so I think as Cubs, following a Cub movement, it's below Boy Scouts. So 13 years and above, I think, is scouting, and below that is Cubs. So in a Cubs movement at Churney Road, there's a school called Behramji Jijubai School, 32nd West Bombay, was the scout group. I used to go there, and Talwalkar had the first gym, and I used to see big bodybuilders pumping iron.
Yeah.
And I said, wow, I'd like to make my body. So just a day before my 9th birthday, I told my mom that I want to make a good body. So my mom said, okay. And my friends had also told me, some neighbors had told me, go to YMCA at Leamington Road. And I used to live at Grant Road, and it was called Playhouse. And literally Falkland Road, it's a corner of Grant Road, which was it's a red light area. So a small Parsi community was nestled there. So from there, Leamington Road was very close by. So I went there, and they said, nothing doing for 8. So you're too young.
Yeah.
Why don't you go and buy some equipment from some Alpha Sports at Dhobitala? So I went home dejected, disappointed, but I told my mom, let's buy some equipment. So it would have costed a couple of $1,000. I wanted to set up a full gym in one of my rooms. So my mom said, I didn't realize that those days the salaries were only $150, 50 years back. My mom said that, I can't afford, but why don't you use your mind and your body?
So it was
And and I had seen my sister doing yoga because she was in JB Petit school, and I used to see her flexibility. She's touching her toes to her back of the neck and doing various postures and splitting completely. So I said, although disappointed, I said, don't give up. And the journey of Mickey Mising perhaps started the next day. Then people gifted me books, and the journey continued. Then I got deep into bodybuilding, then nutrition, then martial arts, then philosophy, then Ayurveda, then nature cure drugless therapies, yoga, now deep into spirituality. So 3 years back when I spoke at Harvard, the title of my talk was From Harlem to Harvard, because Grant Road was the Harlem of India.
Yeah.
So that's the way it all started. And of course, a couple of places, I think in IIT and IIM also, when I spoke about this journey, Harlem to Harvard, it is a journey of inspiration, and more than inspiring the others, it constantly till date inspires me. So inspiration means getting inspired inwardly more than from outwardly. And that motivates you, that keeps you going.
Let's talk about your new initiative, Mind the Mankind. Now, what is this title, Mind the Mankind? Like, what exactly does it mean? It's very intriguing.
Okay, so when people were going through stress in the pandemic,
Yes.
I released a video called Poison Bee, a special breathing technique for immunity.
Yes.
Then number 2, side by side, to look after mental wellness of people and emotional unrest, I started a program called Mind is Medicine. And then now it's Mind the Mankind. So Mind the Mankind, the Western philosophy says that mindfulness is nothing but mind empty of junk, filled with the light of awareness of consciousness. And empty your mind the empty, is what the Zen and the Tao says. So mind the mankind is be mindful of the race of mankind. Don't let it go to dogs. Death is not your birthright. Death is the culmination of disease. Diseases are the culmination of your choices. So disorder, disease, decay and death should never happen to a man. Man is equipped to live forever. But when you accomplish everything, then you can embrace Ichha Mrityu, Ichha Jivan. So Ichha Mrityu is not euthanasia. It's not death wish. It is not Atma Hatya. It is that after you fulfilled everything, all karya, karma fulfilled, purpose of life is settled, then vairagya sets in, detachment from food, detachment from the lust of food, thus detachment from the lust for sex, thus detachment from the lust of all engagements and attachments. Then you stop drinking water. Then detachment from the quest of life and detachment from your relationships. And the last thing, after you've severed all relationships with joy, you breathe the last and you either become the fragrance of a flower or sweetness of the fruit, or you disappear into thin air, or you become the colors on the butterfly wings, or you choose to come back to serve this world again and again. So Nirvan and Moksha, Ichha Jivan. So Ichha Mrityu, which is called Santhara in Jainism, takes you to Vairagya. Vairagya takes you to Ichha Jivan. Ichha Jivan takes you to Ritambara Pragya, the only constant, non-change factor, the eternal spirit, which cannot be cleaved by weapons, which cannot be dried by the wind, which cannot be burnt by fire, which cannot be buried under the earth, and which cannot be wet by water. The immeasurable potential of all that was, is, and will be is my journey of mind is medicine to mind the mankind. There is a third thing I am launching, mind the acronym. Mind the acronym for Mindful Insights Neutralizing Duality, because human being is a duality. But because we are an individual, indivisible duality. Indivisible. Duality. A duality is a whole, provided the polarities don't conflict and they are not strained and stressed, and provided they are not in contradiction. So yoga is a journey to center, where the polarities complement each other and there is a birth of new reality. So confluence of Chandra Surya, Ida Pingala, confluence of Shiva Shakti, Yin Yang, is like Ganga, Jamuna and the birth of Saraswati at a point. Saraswati is the new entity where there is a confluence of Ganga, Jamuna, and it's full of energy, which is why we go there to get the new energy and refresh ourselves, empower ourselves.
We were talking from your talks, Mickey Mouse. It seems that a lot has got to do with your brain, with your mind. Like everything comes from here.
So yes, mind and spirit. Yeah.
Yes, mind and spirit. But in our generation, I feel that we are so distracted with so many other things going out around us. How difficult is it to train our mind, and what way should we go in, because of so many distractions around us? It's not simple to control your mind, especially in this situation right now.
See, I'm also all of 18. I'm 18 and 18 till I breathe my last. Be completely involved and be total, wholesome, holistic and 100%. Then your karya will become your karma will become your dharma, and you will become the manifester of your reality. You will be the co-creator of your destiny. You will become the God of your own being. We all are gods. So Sita, Susi, Mahadev, Muhammad, Krishna, Christ, they were all human beings who became the embodiment, epicenter and epitome of divinity. So God and divinity is a principle, not a personality. So, and this principle can be completely achieved when you become total in every karya, karma and dharma. Karma is the boss. So mind and spiritual power comes when you respect karma as the ultimate religion. So, I had written some wonderful lines that from USA to Burma, your boss is the karma. Karma is your boss. Let not karma go for a toss. It will be your greatest loss. Even Christ had to carry his own cross.
Nice.
So
yeah, those are some fantastic lines. We were talking about yoga some time back. How does yoga help you personally in your, in your journey? How has it made a difference from the time you started till today? Considering it's
So
a very integral part of your life.
yoga is a constant process of deeper and deeper awakening and higher levels of consciousness, expanding your awareness. So my journey is on.
Yes.
So yoga is a suffer, which means it is a journey for you not to suffer.
True.
The journey which takes away the suffering, which takes away the division, which makes you whole, thus it heals you. So my journey has evolved me till this point. So on the ladder of evolution, I have completely grown to a point where every day I want to look beyond and look deeper, because deeper the roots, better the fruits. So a spiritual growth is like this, 360 degrees. Because branches also grow, roots also grow, fruits also grow, flowering also happens, sweetness comes, fragrance comes. And in deep humility, which is called epistemological humility, in deep humility to the divine creative phenomena, and also align with the pantheistic philosophy, which means there is a creative force beyond our understanding. Just bowing to it, annihilating your ego is also yoga. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mad, Maya, Matsara, pride, anger, lust, envy, gluttony, avarice, sloth. Neutralize all your 7 sins is yoga.
Right. So we were talking about how you started and how your mother did not, you did not buy the equipments when you wanted to that time. You were too young.
That was a blessing. That was a blessing in disguise.
And you, of course, now promote all the non-equipment sort of, exercises, all forms which do not require.
Completely.
So did that come from there? Since childhood, you was told that, no equipment?
100%. It
Or is there
came
a
from
technical
that
reason
point.
also to it? Is there a technical reason to it?
It was the beginning, which was the means to my journey. And then I worked out for many years without equipment.
Yeah.
Till I could see the light of the day in the first gym I could enter to work out. So this remained my forte, my core competence forever. And today also, I enjoy my yoga practice. I enjoy living it, sitting into postures. They are called asanas.
Yeah.
Asana is a posture. Postures in poetry in sequence, and asana a means the seed of awareness, the seat of awareness. When you are there in the state of being for extended minutes, it transports and teleports you into dimensions beyond your understanding. It makes you patient, it makes you tolerant, it gives you flow, it gives you rhythm, it gives you vision, it gives you sympathy, empathy, compassion, benevolence, philanthropy. It gives you leadership qualities. It hones your special skills and talents. So yoga is a journey, a revolution for human evolution. A yoga transcends and transforms personalities and characters. Yoga is for change. Be the choreographer of your own change.
But you've also trained a lot of Bollywood celebrities, and in this industry, obviously, a lot of pumping up your body and all that is required. So, don't you? You didn't get any client who said that अच्छा इससे तो नहीं हो रहा है, मतलब the kind of body I want to achieve for this particular project. Did you face those difficulties ever, or you could get the results, yield the results with these?
So wherever there are objectives to be achieved, especially for men, for ladies.
Yeah.
I would never recommend any gym training, no weights, no machines. But for men, yes, I do a combination of 30% of equipment, that to super light, but 70% always yoga, and yoga every day. So there was a lovely song which came from, which was in a movie called Hadsa, Akbar Khan's movie. It was a title song. In the beginning of the movie, YOGA.
Oh yeah.
Karo yoga. And the antra is Rom Rom mein Om basakar shuru karo tum yoga. Jaise chaho badan tumhara hoga. So that is one song I always relate to. And there's a second song I relate to. कि बाबा रामदेव आंख मार मार के अच्छा योगा सिखाते हैं. So I always say, आंख मारे ओ बाबा आंख मारे.
I never knew you were such
Yeah.
a singer.
अरे सिंगर तो नहीं, अभी आवाज थोड़ी बहुत गई है,
हाँ.
मगर गाते हैं, हम खुशहाल हैं. और गा के हंस के, जो भी सीरियस गुरु है उसके पास मत जाना.
जी.
सदगुरु जी आपको हंसाते हैं, माँ हंसा जी योगेंद्र भी आपको हंसाती है, खुश रखती है, खुशहाल रखती है. श्री श्री रविशंकर भी हमेशा स्माइलिंग है. तो जो गुरु हंसते हैं उनके पास जाओ और हास्य से सीखो.
Right. So now, especially in India, if we talk, the fitness awareness is quite as much from the time when you must have started. So was it very difficult to, get through this line at that time, because people didn't pay or put, their fitness levels on priority at that time as much as they do today. So how difficult was it to get through this profession?
Ek Din Bahu Ka was the movie, by a lady called Swapna and Suresh Oberoi. Suresh Oberoi just started becoming a hero.
Yes.
And I was hired to do some stunts for Swapna as a karate girl. Wearing a wig and waxing my legs because I had to wear a short dress.
Okay.
But my calves were looking way too bigger than Swapna's calves. That was a problem. But nevertheless, those days back, it was, I would remember, it was 85 or so, 84, 85. Rather 83. So, that was the journey. And then, I became Suresh Oberoi's first personal trainer, and I was the first personal trainer of India in 83.
Okay.
And then Vivek Oberoi was knee high. I trained him also. Then came the children of Ramanand Sagar and Prakash Mehra. They also joined the group. So that was my journey as a personal trainer. So when I started, when I was in uniform, none were in liquid form. Then of course, I was the first personal trainer of India, first columnist of wellness in India, columnist of holistic health, first TV radio presenter of holistic health in India. I've done some few thousand TV shows and some many thousand radio shows. I'm still on Hotstar, Tata Sky, Videocon DTH. And I've written 2 books, The Shunyam Quotient by Random House and Penguin, and Lose Weight Gain Shape by Amazon Westland, and 3 more books into pipeline, Harlem to Harvard, my biography, then The Curd Karma, Curd, Dahi, The Curd Karma, and Focus to Lotus. So Curd Karma...
Interesting, I've seen all your titles and things.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Is there some inspiration behind that also? It's just your creative thinking?
ईश्वर सुदर्शन चक्र चल रहा है कृष्ण जी का, महादेव जी की तीसरी आग भी चल रही है, महावीर की शांति है, क्राइस्ट का एक डायनामिज्म है, और अपने क्या बोले महादेव, महावीर, मोहम्मद भाई का आशीर्वाद है, और सारे देवियों का आशीर्वाद है. देवियां पहले, आध्यात्मिक रूप से देखो तो देवियां और मोर accomplished than any saint, any devta. In Prachin India, because of human and man ego, man didn't allow ladies to take sadhana, otherwise they would have become more powerful. They knew that. A woman is far more deeper spiritual than a man is. She can forgive better, she can forget better, she can bless more, she can heal. Every woman is a healer. She can give birth to the whole universe. A woman's womb is also understood as the womb of the universe. And any woman who is abused will never align in love with a man, whether it be a brother, husband, or a boyfriend. I've learned this the hard way. I've made my mistakes. So a man who will worship a woman, not have sex with her, a man who will make love, then that love becomes a prayer, and that prayer becomes a worship, he will get the best blessings from that woman. So make every woman a Devi, and see what a woman will birth then. Then she will birth a Krishna or a Christ, a Mahadev or a Muhammad will be born from that womb. Nobody angry will ever be born. Nobody egoistic will ever be born.
So coming back to your Bollywood days, is it very difficult or very different to train Bollywood celebs as compared to your other clients? Do they have like a lot of tantrums, or they just like simple people by then?
My experience says that no. I'll tell you why. Because when they had approached me, even if 15, 20 years back, I was already enjoying the leadership position. So they always respected my time and respected everything. But there's some beautiful experiences I had, like Amir Khan, when I was teaching swimming for Talash days, especially wanted to do underwater, so he wanted that practice. What a great learner, great curiosity, completely intrigued by him, and he was intrigued and constantly asking me competent and relevant questions and respecting, and he was always in respect, and we did things very well, and his learning abilities were far too superior, which is why he would question a lot, and 100% due diligence was his Guru Dakshina to me. And I learnt a very good stomach exercise from him, because he was learning fitness from a Chinese guy who had come from San Francisco, which Twinkle Khanna had recommended to him during the Dhoom days. He was learning gymnastics. So he had learnt a very good stomach exercise, which I learned from him. So I ended up learning something from him. Coming to Preeti Zinta, before Salam Namaste, she had to get into a particular shape.
She had a very athletic body.
Yeah, so we had 45 days, and her adherence and compliance was 100%. She went through all the vegetable juices, eating raw food all day, and doing kickboxing with me, yoga with me, calisthenics with me, everything, and swimming with me. So that was superb. Of course, I mean, I would have been very happy had I got an opportunity to train the Mohabbatein team. But somehow that deal didn't go through. I mean, Aditya had called me, Manish Malhotra took me there because Manish Malhotra and we were doing Miss Indias together. And we worked out something very special. I had to train all the 6 youngsters. And I met most of them also. Then I went to Yash Chopra ji's office. Somehow commercially the deal didn't work out. But later on also so very many superstars approached me, but somehow time and commercially deals didn't work out. But then I eventually, got drawn towards training the India Inc., the big boys club, the billionaires of the world, the biggest industrialist of India, then training Mumbai Police, then the Army, Navy, etc. Shaina NC, Times of India, and myself, we've partnered for Yoga by the Bay and supported our biggest partners, the Yoga Institute, Mahinsa ji. We've turned around close to 5 lakh people initiated into yoga in Bombay. And this started when the journey of Narendra Modi ji's Yoga International Day started. So, Swasth Bharat, Mast Bharat is my dream. Let wellness become the religion number 1. Let yoga be the everyday dharma, karma and karya of everybody. Let there be peace, plenty, prosperity for all. No kid should ever sleep hungry. No elder should ever die in pain without medicines. No families should ever be without any roof. No lady should ever be unclad and disrespected. That should be, a state of universe or this world. God willing, one day will happen. We are living in a golden period where we'll be able to create and generate so much of prosperity and wealth for everybody.
So you were talking about some diets Preeti Zinta was following at that time. Today, a lot of diets have come into picture, like keto diets and intermittent diets, all that. How they do yield results for some people, we've seen, but then in the long run, maybe it's the unhealthy thing to do. So what do you have to say on these things?
100-meter sprinter can never sustain 1,000 meters at the same speed. He will collapse.
Yeah.
So fads and quick fixes will never help, because dahi jamne ke liye bhi 12 घंटे लगते. It's a process. बच्चे को फॉर्म होने के लिए 9 महीना लगते हैं, इट्स अ प्रोसेस. झाड़ को बड़े होने के लिए, फ्लावर्स टू बी फ्रेग्रेंट, फ्रूट्स टू बी स्वीट, इट्स अ प्रोसेस. सो प्लीज ऑल दीज फैट्स नो, शुद्ध पौष्टिक शाकाहारी सात्विक गुण वाला भोजन. जो दिन में 1 बार खाए वो योगी, 2 बार खाए वो भोगी, और 3 बार या बार बार खाए वो रोगी.
I'll have to count how many meals I have, that means.
No, you can have fruits, you can have nuts, you can have nariyal pani, you can have juices, you can have salads, no problem. Dry fruits. But पका हुआ खाना 1 बार खाओ sir.
So is there
That's
a reason also for that?
Yeah, because your body takes away a lot of energy to digest the meal, and food, cooked food, leaves behind a lot of free radicals. And absorption of cooked food is 5 times lesser than absorption of raw. The absorption nutrients absorbed in raw are 90%, 100% as compared to cooked food. So no preserved, no processed, no colored, no flavored. Okay, sattvic gun, shakahari, shuddha. Shuddha khana. So yeah, raw food is always the diet. So cleansing. Nutrition means there are 3 levels of nutrition. The first level is cleansing, purifying, shuddhikaran. The second one is regulating, sanchalan. The third one is fortifying, sakaratmak, fortifying, creative, productive. So when you embrace these 3 pillars, eat regional, eat seasonal, it's perfect. Diet is passe, nutrition is in. Diet could be regional, diet could be communal, diet could be junk, diet could be everything. But nutrition is in. And much before food nourishes you, love nourishes you. Our immunity transforms with love. Our skin glows with love, giving and taking. Much before food nourishes you, visions nourishes you. Sound, natural sounds nourish you. Natural touch, sparsh, nourishes you. Good taste and good fragrance nourishes you. Before food nourishes you, a good night's sleep, yog nidra and dhyan meditation nourishes you, pranayam nourishes you. A good workout, vyayam nourishes you. Then food nourishes you. A good massage nourishes you. A hug nourishes you. Go and hug your mother, your child, your partner, your parents, your grandparents and in-laws. Just see how much nourishment comes in.
So we have, in this pandemic which is going on right now, we are facing a lot of anxiety issues. A lot of people are, losing jobs, and of course they have their own problems. So how do you think we can tackle these anxiety issues with the help of, your program or any wellness or any yoga or any quick, breathing technique or something like that?
Lockdown was the most fortunate thing happened to mankind, and also most fortunate to Mother Nature.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Mother Nature could breathe easy, come back in cycle and rhythm, renew itself well. Man always complaining that he is struggling to live every day, running around pillar to post. It gave him rest. And families were complaining we don't get to spend time with each other. We got to spend time with our families. Then we couldn't pursue our special skill sets and talents. We got time to pursue that. We couldn't sit and have our meals together. We could do that. We could also start working out together. So, in fact, pandemic got us closer to nature, closer to reality. It was awakening. And most importantly, I've heard so many people say that I went out on the window for the first time, I could see sunrise, or I can see sunset, I can see birds flying, I can see chirping of the birds, I can see the lawns outside, I can see the flowers. So man started integrating and mingling with nature and elements, which is your cosmic nutrition.
And
So
still anxious.
yeah, But the mindset has to change. So the reality is that reinvent yourself when there are challenges. Champions are born out of challenges. Man on the ladder of evolution is competent to rise above gods and fall below animals. If you remain instinctive, you'll remain like an animal. Let your consciousness rise above gods. Become God. Become the co-creator of your own destiny. You have legs to walk towards it, hands to make it, a mind to achieve it, perceive it, heart to believe it, and a spirit to achieve it. So we are what our deepest desires are. As are our desires, so will be our will. As will be our will, so will be our intentions. As will be our intentions, so will be the deeds. And as will be the deeds, so will be our destiny. Rig Veda.
It's all what you feel from inside is what manifests into.
100%. 100%.
On that note, Mickey Mouse, we'll quickly go through a rapid fire which I have designed for you. It's not a very tough.
Super.
Let's start.
Nothing is tough.
That's true. Okay, so first one comes here. Toughest form of workout for you?
None. But I will try to master it all. I'm trying to learn gymnastics, and the next step I'm going to learn parkour. Nothing is difficult. Everything is possible. Life is all possibilities. Get maximized, get optimized, always get maximized.
Okay, the next one. A Bollywood celeb you loved training with?
Akshay Kumar. I actually worked out with him one morning, and it was fun in his personal gym. Wow, it was a wow factor. And that guy is fitter than me.
Yeah.
But I admire people like Vidyut Jamwal and Tiger Shroff, who can jump, tumble, turn, dance, sing, monkey business. My workout is also monkey business. But those kinds of workouts I love.
Next one, yoga or aerobics? Which is your preference between?
Of course, Samasthiti. Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Yoga.
Okay. Mental.
Satyameva Jayate.
I'm sorry. Please go ahead.
Satyameva Jayate. Ritambara Pragya is yoga, the constant.
Okay. Mental strength or immunity? What is
Obviously mental strength. I'll tell you why. Because the leading biologist, scientist of the world, Bruce Lipton, says your belief can change your biology. Dr. Mickey Mehta says your faith can change your physiology. Breathing can change your hormonology. Prayers and meditation can change your emotions and psychology. So obviously mind.
one food item which is often a part of your meals?
Lots of herbal teas.
Writing a book or training? Which is more interesting for you?
Workouts, yoga, training.
Okay, so that was the rapid fire for you. And before we end this conversation, Mickey Mouse, one breathing technique you want to tell our viewers which they can quickly do when they feel anxiety attacks or when they're feeling uneasy or something.
Formula for complete liberation. So Poison Bee is what was launched on Tata Sky in this pandemic as a perfect healing factor to build resistance against any virus or any victim. So it goes like this: prevention of infection, seeding optimal nasal breathing. Poison Bee, it's an acronym. Okay, so it goes like this: through your nose, very vigorous. Sorry. Then, after you do 30-40 seconds of that, then
Breathe up.
do that 15 times. Then again do 30 seconds of fast. Nose in, nose out. Then again, 15 times of in through the nose and out through the mouth slowly. This breathing will give you the highest immunity. Get immunized, get Mickey-mized. What else?
Thank you so much, Doctor, for being with us. There was such a positive chat. I really enjoyed it. Solved a lot of my questions and my anxiety issues also. So thank you for being with us on SpotboyE. It was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you so much. I've got a few commandments of wellness. Commandment number 1, let wellness be the religion number 1. Religions divide, wellness unites. Wellness integrates you, wellness purifies you, regulates you. And wellness will make you a better devout Hindu, Muslim or Christ if you are into wellness. It brings sincerity. Then, the best exercise for biceps is uplift the poor. The best exercise for shoulders is take the responsibilities of the underprivileged. The best exercise for strong legs, be rooted in humility to be better fruited in humanity. Sleep every night with the wish to heal yourself. Wake up every morning with a promise to heal the world. And then get energized, get maximized, get optimized, get naturalized, get internalized, get eternalized, get evolutionized, get revolutionized, get specialized, get initialized, get revitalized, negativity neutralized, get Mickey-mized.
Get Mickey-mized. That's the mantra, I think. So I hope our viewers get all the insights they wanted to from this chat. And wishing you a very happy birthday again tomorrow.
But the celebration is not the birthday. The celebration is me celebrating 50 glorious years of yoga. So those should be your keywords, your title.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Vicky.